right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. I want to start by thanking all of our first responders from the fire department, police department, for their quick response. I also want to thank our other city agencies and community partners, many of whom were already on the ground here in Penn North because we had pre-planned canvassing this morning. They were here to distribute emergency and preventative resources, and they remain on site alongside my entire cabinet and representatives from all of our city departments. I want to thank the council president, Chairwoman Porter, Councilman Torrance of this district, Councilman Conway for being here as well. This continues to be a all hands on deck effort. As we've been saying, BBD is working to determine the source of the drugs. When we find the people, not a if, when we find the people responsible, they will be removed from the streets of Baltimore and turned over to the state's attorney and our folks on the other end, and maybe the attorney general, all of our legal partners to hold them fully accountable. And as Penn North continues to face the trauma of the opioid epidemic, we will continue to be here to provide support. Just last night, we were here for a pre-planned community listening session on our overdose response strategic plan, and we are not going anywhere. Today's incident is a painful reminder that our work is far from over. For as far as we've come, we have even that far to go. But we're committed to working to ending this crisis for good, no matter what it takes. And with that, I will turn it over first to Chief Wallace. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor Scott. I just have some brief numbers for you in regard to our response today. So at about 8:55 this morning, we began to receive 911 calls in reference to possible drug overdoses in this area, unconscious on the street, calls like that. To this point, we've transported 5 patients to local hospitals. We've also had 2 patients refuse. None of those patients are critical. However, the 5 that we transport are they are classified as serious, but they're not critical. At this point, the difference between this morning and last week, the call volume for us doesn't appear as concentrated as what it was last week. We are still working this area. There seems to be more of a radius style of calls that are happening in this area, but we continue to respond to those. We do have data teams here right now. We're watching our CAD system real time. We're working these calls right from this footprint themselves, and we will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Worley.
Good afternoon. Several of our officers issued Narcan to individuals who were experiencing an overdose. We also have numerous officers working in the area and have been working in the area, attempting to locate who the buyers were, who the sellers were, and mainly who's bringing the drugs into the area. We'll continue to do that. We'll look at this as 2 separate investigations until we can prove that they both are related. But obviously we're going to continue investigations. Our guys will continue, and there's just not a lot of stuff I can share yet about the investigation. I'll turn it back over to Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. We'll take questions now before we head out. I think we have a mic right there for you.
Mr. Mayor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Has there been any update? I know there were some reports from NIST about what was in the substance drugs of last week. Has there been any update on that?
So we appreciate our partners at NIST, and we appreciate the clarification that they put out yesterday because we have to understand and operate. For folks that don't know, they routinely take samples from providers and things all across the state, not just Baltimore. We don't know where that came from, but for us, what was going to be driving the source and what it is, it comes from what the police department finds in their investigation. And as you heard from the commissioner, that still continues. And I think that's an opportunity for me to also say for everyone in Baltimore, we understand that the supply across the city is very volatile right now. So I want everyone to hear me very clearly. If you see someone who may be overdosing, help them. If you have Narcan, administer it. Call 911. Don't walk past anyone who may be going through experiencing an overdose, you can literally save their life by stepping in. That person is a human. That person is a Baltimorean. For those, our neighbors who are struggling with addiction, do not use alone. Make sure that you have help. All the resources are out there for you. And for those who may want to be prepared in order to help their family member, because we have to understand that a very large portion of the people who overdose in this city overdose in their own home. While this incident and what we had last week may be the thing that people talk about the most of these folks are doing this in their own home, and we need to have their family members, their friends, their loved ones prepared to help when they need to. We have so many resources through our health department, for our community partners, Narcan and other things that we want everyone to take advantage of, especially when you're at a time like this.
Oh, thank you. So last night, police issued a statement indicating that the police lab results are slightly different than NIST. Can you share at least some of those results? And if
No.
not, why not?
We won't share results of that, David, simply because this is an open investigation. And it's my responsibility as the mayor of Baltimore to make sure. Wait a second. And it's my responsibility as the mayor of this city and the person who directs the police department to make sure that we hold these people accountable and not give out any information that might put that at risk, no matter who wants to receive it. Our job is to make sure that whoever is bringing this in, whoever's peddling this stuff, because we all know that it didn't originate in Penn North, right? We have to make sure that we hold those people responsible, and we will release information as we can, but we will do nothing that will maybe disrupt or interrupt that investigation.
And just for clarification, did you say it did not originate from Penn North?
I didn't say it did not. I said that we know historically these things come into these neighborhoods. This is not. We know that, David. You and I have had conversations many times about many different drug busts and drug organizations that BPD has taken down. That these things come in. We are investigating where it come from, and we will not give out more information about that until that's the proper time. Alexa.
Oh, hi, Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45. I know you said it's under investigation, but is there any indication other than the proximity that these are the same sellers as last week's mass casualty?
Hold on a second, Alexa, because all I heard was proximity. The truck was too loud. All right, you good. Go ahead. Say it again.
I know the investigation is ongoing. Other than proximity, is there any indication this is from the same sellers as last week's mass casualty?
All of that is under investigation. All of it is under investigation, Alexa. We do not know, and we will find out through the investigation.
And could we have a little bit more information in terms of where these individuals were found and who found
In the area of Penn North.
Just like on the sidewalk, at the bus stop?
In the area of Penn North. Like we also have to, I just want to remind you, Alexa, that we're talking about people who also have rights and health rights, right? They were found here. The most important thing is that they were found here and able to be kept alive, right? That's the most important thing, that these folks are alive. They were here. We had folks here to help them, to keep them alive, because I know a lot of folks are talking about how do we get them help? How do we get them to not have the substance abuse illness that they have? The first thing that you have to be in order to do that is to be alive, and they are alive because people, fire department, police department, community departments were able to help them do that today.
Good afternoon, Mayor. I think there's a lot of confusion. Did the samples that were sent to NIST, are you saying those did not come from city government?
We're saying that they did not come from city government.
And you don't know who sent them?
That is not for us to determine. But as I said, NIST takes things from all around, and they do their great work in partnership, and we look forward to continuing to partner with them.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Mayor, just wondering, in terms of, we saw this happen as test samples before. Do we know if this was a similar kind of situation where testers were put out?
So, again, you all are saying that it's test samples. We're not saying that, right? We're saying that we're going to investigate and find out exactly what happened. And that's what I'll say to you today. Whether it was testers, whether it's people selling, whether someone giving it out, that's all a part of the investigation, and that's not something that we're at liberty to say right now.
Oh, hi. Hi. What do you say to people who have been saying this is the first time they feel like Penn North has received a lot of attention being from last week's events and now today?
Well, I know I don't take that personally, right? Because I know that many people in Baltimore remember that. For example, for me as a man, the week before the unrest, I was standing at this corner leading 300 Men March, walking around this neighborhood to work and prevent gun violence. It isn't uncommon for me to be working with Upton or Drew Heights CDC to be cleaning up around here, right? We can see right now that we're building a brand new rec center up the street. Charm TV is moving to this neighborhood because I have directed my agencies to understand that we will be investing in this area well before what happened last week, and we will continue to do that. But I understand the frustration because you're talking about a neighborhood, as I said to you all yesterday, that has been so disinvested in for so long, literally since Billie Holiday walked up and down Pennsylvania Avenue, that we're not going to change all of that overnight. And I understand the frustration. My responsibility is to make sure that we're doing better than was done in the past and do everything in my power.
One last thing, Mr. Mayor. As far as the outreach, the feedback we're getting is that it's very well received. Will this happen every Friday indefinitely? Is there a time limit?
So there is no timeline, and I want to be very clear about this, David. That there are people that were already in this neighborhood doing that outreach every day long before last week. They're right there behind me. These folks do this all the time. What we have been able to do is help them grow their reach by having more partners and city agencies and folks coming. This isn't a new thing. People do this for a living. Last week, some of you spent some time walking around with me and a young lady who do this all the time, who lost her son right here, right, to an overdose. That's the kind of people that do this work every day and that we're going to continue to lift up. This is not simply about city government. It's about helping folks who have been dedicated to this for so long, who haven't had the support to expand their reach. Thank you. Oh, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. He's good. Go ahead. Yes, sir, Reverend. I know who you are. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you. Well, Reverend, yeah, I can't speak for everyone else. Yep. Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, sir. Well, Reverend, I gotta let these people get out in the community. Thank you, as always. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. So, you know how that goes better than anybody. We did have some folks, you know, thank some people, but sometimes you know how it is. People just go back to their regular life.